Cardano, has it finally found a bottom? Because there are 3 reasons why I am seeing a mega rally that hasn't been seen in years in the works for ADA. So if you hold Cardano, or if you're just wondering, is this coin ever going to recover? This video is for you. So diving right into it, I first want to give a shout out to Dan Garbardello. He is Crypto Capital Venture on YouTube, and he's identified a chart pattern that I've been talking about for a while, and this is going all the way back to 2020. What is he talking about? He's talking about bullish divergence on the Cardano Bitcoin daily chart, and the last time it happened, Cardano rallied 1,000% against Bitcoin. That's right, it did over a 10x against Bitcoin. So if you expect Bitcoin to pump, Cardano's going to pump even harder. Now, this video does a good job explaining what we mean, because we're talking about a price reversal in the works. Now, we're talking about Cardano compared to Bitcoin, and right now there is a bullish divergence that is happening. We have not seen a bullish divergence since 2020, which, like I said earlier, led to a 1,000% pump. Now, some of you may be wondering, what exactly is a bullish divergence? It's when the price is dropping, but the RSI is rising. Now, this difference indicates that although selling pressure has caused prices to decrease, the momentum is moving in a positive manner. So let's go ahead and identify this momentum. Now, this is the life cycle of Cardano compared against Bitcoin, and the yellow lines right here and right here is the areas we're going to be talking about. This is 2020. Now, right now, we are in the middle of a bullish divergence. You can see the lower lows while the RSI is making these higher lows. Now let's go back 2 years though. Now when we go back 2 years, now this is actually a little bit more solid. Now I do want to point out we're using the 2-day, which actually makes this even a stronger case than the 1-day chart. Now you can see the lower low and the RSI created those higher highs. That was a magnificent pump for Cardano. You can see right here, it was actually over a 10x, pretty close to a 12x, 13x right there. So Cardano has rallied in the past off this bullish divergence, and I think it's going to rally again off this bullish divergence. Now, I do think a 10x is going to be a little bit difficult. I'm more predicting about a 6 or 7x in this time period. Now, I said there are 3 reasons. The third reason just happened within the last 24 hours. But let's go ahead and look at the second reason. The DApp analyst is the one who figured this one out, and that deserves a follow for me. Now, Cardano is up against Bitcoin. For reference, September 19 was when the Fed started to cut interest rates, and Cardano held its first leg up against Bitcoin. Is history repeating itself? Now, he's talking about the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates. Well, do we have interest rates being cut? It certainly looks like it. It looks like we have a 96% chance we're going to see cuts on September 18th. But what about the last time there were cuts? Now, he said September. That wasn't entirely accurate. The first cut was August 1st, 2019. This was after we started raising rates for years, and then we had our first decline. We ended up doing 5 cuts, followed by another string of interest rate rises. So first cut, August 1st, 2019. Let's go ahead and look at the charts. This vertical line is when interest rates started to get cut. And what do you know? That was a bottom for Cardano versus Bitcoin. Now, I have a reason for this. My theory is when you cut rates, it is better for riskier investments. When you have high interest rates, your money earns interest doing literally nothing. You have a pile of cash and it's just earning you 5-6% interest for literally doing nothing besides being a pile of money. Now, when the interest rates get cut, which it looks like it's going to happen on September 18th, you make less interest with this pile of money. And so you start looking for riskier investments because, you know, this pile of money used to just earn me a lot of money, and now the interest rates are cut. So I got to look elsewhere for my money to earn me more revenue. And then that's when you start looking at riskier assets. So the higher the interest rates, you're fine just letting that pile of cash earn that 5-6%. You lower the interest rates, you got to find something like a Bitcoin, a Cardano, a Solana, or an Ethereum. Riskier assets are a better investment in a low interest rate environment, and it looks like we're heading into a low interest rate environment. So that's the second reason. The third reason is, like I said, happened within the last 24 hours. Snake.fun is now live. Now, this is a competitor to Pump.fun. Pump.fun launched on Solana January 19th. You can see here, this is the post for when they first launched their product. Well, what did Pump Fun do to Solana? And is that going to mimic what Snake.fun is going to do for Cardano? To me, it is a resounding yes. Well, let's look what Pump.fun did to Solana. Now, we can't just claim, you know, this is only Pump.fun creating the pump here. But Pump.Fun launched on this vertical red line. And what are we looking at here, folks? We're looking at 140% pump in 2 months. This is a 60-day period. And so I expect a lot of attention to come back into Cardano, and we're going to see some similar pumps as well, because the memes is what brings the masses, and the masses are going to be needed if Cardano is going to go to new all-time highs this cycle. I do think it can set a new all-time high. It's just going to be in 2025. And with all this bullishness, we could be heading to $1 this year, folks. So that's what I got for Cardano. 3 reasons. We got the interest rate cuts, we got Snake.Fun, and not only that, we got the bull div on the Bitcoin chart, and we haven't seen that since 2020. So now is not the time to sell your Cardano. I think we're going to have a mega pump ahead of us. So folks, I'll see you and your ADA bags at the top.